Brian here. I'd like to introduce you to my backyard paradise pond. I'll give you a virtual tour and show you around. Well, this is, you can see several of the fish. Unfortunately, I had a heron problem and lost most of my big ones. I had some about 12 to 14 inches long, and doggone heron snatched them. I'm sure many of you have had problems with herons, and if that's the case, they're a son of a gun to get rid of, but I'm still fighting them. Alright, I'll just back away and give you a full view of the pond. The pond consists of two ponds. I have the bottom one here is the largest one. It's a 5,000 gallon pond. Then the one up behind it is a 1,000 gallon pond. It has two waterfalls and then a waterfall that comes down to the larger one. The 5,000 gallon pond has one waterfall. I'll kind of give you an idea how this is set up. In this one here, I have two filtration systems. I have one that is purchased that from Swan's Water Garden. If any of you are interested in a good filtration system, that's one of the best that I've seen out of Spring Hill, Kansas. I recommend looking them up on the internet. Reasonably priced also. This has a box with a filter in it, but then it also has two 2-inch perforated tubes that run around the entire perimeter of the inside of the pond down underneath the rock. And that's how this works. Is when the water gets sucked through the filtration system, it sucks all the gunk and everything through the perforated holes of the tubing into the filter box, which goes through the filter, and then naturally, of course, it goes line goes up into the waterfall, which is another biofilter item that I got from Swan's Water Garden, and it has filter media in it along with filter pads. So that's two cleaning systems that keeps this clean. Down in the second filtration system I have in this larger pond, it's merely a skimmer. So I got the best of both worlds in this one, a skimmer and one of the best filtration systems on the market that I'm aware of. And once this here skimmer pulls the water through a skimmer box and a filter pad, and then has a line that runs up to the waterfall up here. This waterfall has a filter media in it as well, and it comes down into the smaller pond, which then overspills into the larger pond. As I mentioned earlier, I had a very serious heron problem, so to help combat that, I got me a couple of alligators that are supposed to scare these little suckers away. Also got a replica heron sitting up there at the top of the hill, and also have a scarecrow, motion detected scarecrow. Unfortunately, the alligator and the heron doesn't work too well because the real live herons want to come down and enjoy their fine dining experience with them. However, this motion detector sprinkler does tend to work most of the time. Despite that, I still get a heron trying to sneak in just about every single day. I had one just this morning, and it didn't stay long, and it took off. I don't know if it took off because it since I was watching it, or if it just figured that there was easier fish to fry somewhere else. Alright, now I'll give you a virtual tour of this landscape project. Just to let you know, it took approximately 7 years to complete all this. That's starting from the deck to the ponds to the retaining wall and the brick path that goes all the way around at the bridge, the second waterfall up there, and the pond and the waterfalls up there. It took about 7 years to complete it. This is the first year that I haven't had to work on it because it is completed. So we'll walk on around. I'll kind of give you an idea of what we have here. This is the brick path and retaining wall that takes us up the hill. This here, what you see over here, all this landscape would be the hummingbird garden there. It attracts lots of hummingbirds. And then we'll come on up the path here and kind of take a look at everything from behind. Got us a real pretty butterfly here. I don't know if that's how well that's showing up on the thing, but at any rate, we'll continue our virtual tour. These here beautiful bushes here, there's two of them here. I'll step back a little bit so you can see them. These here too was given to me by my stepmother as just little baby bushes, and they've turned into a couple of real beauties there. Alright, and I put this bridge in, put a little moat under it, put this in last year, and the grandkids seem to love to run across it as they're running around the little pathway here. And we'll come up here and take a look at the smaller pond. We have a little stepping stone path that takes us up to it so we can kind of get a good look. All this landscape, bushes and everything behind it is actually a songbird haven. Those have been planted for several years, so finally gotten pretty good size. And when nobody's out here, when I'm not out here, there's all kinds of songbirds going in and out and coming and getting the all the seed. Okay, and now we'll take a better look at the pond here. Okay, there's the one of the waterfalls in a stream. Here's a full view of it. Stream coming down. Comes down into this 1,000-gallon pond here. I've only got goldfish in there. Don't see any right now, so hopefully the heron haven't cleaned them out. I don't know. They normally stay pretty hidden down there lately because of the heron problem. And then we have a nice little waterfall there. And like I say, this comes down into the larger pond. Okay, now we'll continue our virtual tour around the pond. Get back out to the brick paver pathway here. And all this just goes all the way around. And then you'll see even my hot tub there has a face on it that matches the decor back here with all the rock on the water garden. That was kind of a nice little touch that just touched off the landscape again. Okay, back to our pathway. And then the path comes up to this here, so you can see this pond from this side. And like I say, I don't see any of my goldfish in there, so they're probably either hiding or they was lunch within the last couple of days. And you see the fish are, like I said, all my big fish are gone, so I think the largest one I have maybe about 7 or 8 inches now. I guess if they live long enough to grow. As you can see, I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's netting. I got netting over here along with fishing line crisscrossing and running all through here. That's to prevent the heron from, because heron don't land in water. They land at the side of the body of water and then walk up into the water and wade into up to a couple of feet of water to grab their dinner. So hopefully this fishing line and this netting will prevent the heron from doing that. Well, so now that basically concludes our virtual tour. And once again, this is Brian from DeSoto, Kansas. Just wanting to share my 7-year project with all you pond lovers. Happy ponding.